Hey everybody and welcome back. Today we have the beautiful Kenisha in the chair. I'm just going to start by putting some heat protectant on her beautiful curls. Kenisha is a hairstylist herself, and a week before this video, she dyed her hair red. She just was like, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna dye my hair red. And I think it came out so good. So I am just gonna start by, of course, using a wide tooth comb and sectioning off the first section to get ready to blow dry it because, see, Kenisha wants her hair cut. So her original pictures of haircuts were like super short. And I mean like little tiny haircut, like pixie cut, but sometimes it's like they're straight, sometimes it's curly. So she doesn't know what she wants to do. She know what she wants to do, but she's scared. So I told her like to just start gradually, and of course we are going to start with a bob. So right here I am doing the tension method. After I comb that section out, I'm just stretching it with my hands first because she has the kind of curls that will hold on to the bristles of the brush, and you don't want to be raking through anybody's hair, including your own, with a vent brush until you get those tangles out. You have to be gentle because you will break it, and you do not want to do that and put your hair through that trauma. So I'm just using the tension method by stretching the hair first and then going in with the brush. Now, like I told her before, if you want to get your hair cut short, just start slow, because one thing I do know about my clients over the years is more than likely if you want your hair cut and you start at a certain length, you always go shorter unless you hate that first haircut, because sometimes somebody might cut your hair for the first time and it's not the perfect cut, and then you're just like, a little stressed out about that. But most people, after they get their hair cut, they want it shorter, and most people, after they get their hair dyed blonde, they want it lighter. Like, trust me, I've seen it all the time. Like, it's like once you take that leap, then you open your possibilities up, and then you're ready to go even harder. Another way that you can ease into a haircut is just buy wigs. Like, you could get a pixie wig, you could get a mushroom wig. Remember when I did my mushroom cut wig, and I got the wig because I was thinking about cutting my hair in the mushroom, but the wig looked so good. I was like, I ain't even gotta cut my hair. I could just wear the wig. So, that's another way to ease into haircuts. Just buy wigs first, like realistic wigs, because you don't want it to look wiggy and just turn you off altogether. But, go online, check them out, read some reviews. Amazon is a real good place to look for, you know, haircut wigs and stuff like that. And just try them on and see how you feel, and then go ahead and do, your haircut. That's a great way to figure out what you would look like with that style. Now, I love this red color that Kanisha chose for her head. When I was younger in high school, I used to wear the same color, and I used to buy the hair to go with it. And when I was growing up, the color was called 99J. I would go right in the hair store, like, can I get a pack of Outre 99J? Like, then I would like do my hair. Here is me in high school. Please don't ask me what hairstyle this is. I have no idea. I just showing you the color, so don't be harassing me about what style this is. I mean, I remember it was like a little ponytail at the top and down in the back of the side bang, but it is not reading the way I feel like it read in person back in the day. But I was just looking through my old pictures like, oh my God, look at me. I can't even deal. But yeah, I used to love red hair, and I used to have the brown eye pencil just to make it match my hair because I just felt like eyebrows is supposed to always match the hair. So tell me about your high school experience. Did you have fun with your hair? Because I feel like when you're younger you like play around a lot more. But let me know in the comments if you in high school or any time if you played in color and had a good time with it. Also, just like I said, you could go get a wig and test out different haircuts. You can also get different wigs and test out different hair colors. Because me, I stopped dyeing my hair because my hair didn't really always do well with dye. I like to put rinses on my hair, but lifting my hair just always seemed to like put my hair through a little something. So I just started buying wigs in the colors that I wanted to wear, and I've had a great time with just having different color wigs on my head and just testing out the colors and sticking to whatever I love the most. So if you want to try hair color, you can also do the same thing. Just go get wigs and see what color you like the most. And then you can either dye your hair that color, or you could just keep wearing the wigs and let your hair stay as healthy and virgin-like as possible. So I'm sure that you noticed that Kenisha's scalp is still red in some places. Now, when you lift your hair with a dye and just pull that color off and then redeposit a color on top of it, especially if you use rinses. If you use rinses, it really gets serious. But sometimes your scalp stains, and that's okay. You know, by the time you do like the first or second shampoo, they'll be gone. So it's not that big of a deal. Like some people don't like that. I remember when I used to use this color. I think was it Adore? I probably shouldn't even say the name because if I'm wrong, you can be like, you said Adore stained your scalp. But some of them like latch onto your hair so seriously that that scalp be the color of the rinse for a long time. So just know after your first or second shampoo, your scalp will be absolutely normal again. Another thing with color that deposits is sometimes it bleeds a lot. So you might experience it like on your collar of your shirts, or as you see, it was bleeding all over my fingers and stained them just like it stained her scalp. But that's cool. Like I said, after the first or second shampoo, that will go away. When we posted it on Instagram, somebody got in the comments, it was like, I sure hope she don't use white sheets and pillowcases, because that's a lot of work and a lot of hell for her to try to clean her pillowcases. And I'm just like, people are so crazy, because it's like, before you comment stuff and all of that, like, just how does her pillowcases being turned red affect you? Like, are you her maid? Are you like, do you live there? Do you sleep next to her? Like, people always just have crazy stuff to say, and they be so serious about it. It's like, it's not that serious. This is what Kenisha chose to do, and it looks beautiful, and she'll deal with whatever so-called consequences come with it, because it's not that deep. So just think before you react. You know what I mean? Sometimes just think. So but yeah, I think I told y'all in the last video that this video on Instagram, I did a reel, and I put the reel up first. I usually like to put the long version on YouTube first and then the short version on Instagram. But this time I put the video up on Instagram first. And the video, literally at this point, we've had it up maybe like 2 weeks now, and it is 1.1 million views already. The video just went viral on Instagram for whatever reason. I think it had a lot to do with the color and just the style coming out really beautifully. But yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, I put my Instagram name in the beginning of every video. So just check me out, follow me. And I also put Kenisha's Instagram so you can follow her too, because Kenisha is also a hairstylist, and I love when a hairstylist sits in my chair. That's when you know that people really trust you, if a hairstylist is willing to sit in your chair as well. So of course I'm just going in and starting this cut in the guideline for this bob, and I am just cutting it pretty short. I was like, we ain't gonna make it too long because it's about three different cuts we can get into her hair before we get to that final shortest haircut. So it's no need of starting too long. You might as well, if we gonna start cutting, we gonna start cutting. You know what's really funny? A few weeks ago, I bought a whole lot of red wigs because I was like, I'm gonna do a red wig haul on my YouTube channel. And then now the wigs are just sitting in one of my bar stools, just sitting there, and I'm like, you got to do that video with the red wig. So I'm gonna make that video for y'all. I just bought a whole bunch of wigs that's easily accessible and not super expensive, just to see how they work on my hair, and to recommend them to you guys if you want to get into it. So I'm gonna do that video soon. So we chose to both go with a side bang today, so I'm just gonna pull her hair forward and just angle cut it down just to give it a little frame. And you know the vibes it's gonna give. A little Justin Bieber bang. That's my favorite. So that's why we pulled it to the front, so it can have that effect when we curl it. Now, because this video went viral on Instagram, I also needed to let you guys know that the purple iron, which is called the Signature Royal 22 Titania, is sold out. All we have left is the black ones, which is called the Smoke and Mirrors. So if you would like to get the black ones, just go on right ahead and get them now, because every time I put a video up, it get real gangster on the site. So you can go to deeperthanhair.com and get you some Smoke and Mirrors. And yep, the Signature Royal color will be back within maybe about 3 weeks. When you are flat ironing your hair, if it stops in the middle and causes a crease like that, if it's in the spot, especially in the back like this, just don't worry about it. One, is going to get covered, and two, it is going to smooth right out when you wrap your hair. But if it's in the front and it's bothering you, just let the hair cool off first before you go and do a second pass on that piece of hair. I don't recommend that, but I know for a fact that there are some people out here that are okay with doing two passes. So if you just need to smooth that out, you do it, but I don't think it's that serious. Ooh, it's looking pretty. I just love this color so much. Yep, shining already and everything. I just want to add in that when Kenisha washed her hair again, all her curls came back, and not only did they come back, but they were stronger than ever. So just make sure that you always use a heat protectant, and just take your time on how you press that hair. Don't overdo it. Don't use too many passes. One, if you ask me, is always enough. And just love on your hair, and just make sure that you are leaving that bond strong, because if you break down the bonds of the hair too much by adding too much heat and not using protectant and doing what you're supposed to do, you will break the bonds down and your curls will lose their integrity. So you want to make sure that you are just doing what you're supposed to do, so that when you wash your hair, the curls spring back like they never left. Now here I am getting her Justin Bieber bang together, so I am holding it in my hand for a few seconds because I don't want to burn her forehead by just dropping that piece of hair right onto her head. You know what I'm saying? Because the hair holds heat. Some people's hair holds heat and water. So you just have to be careful by dropping that hair down too fast because you will get scorched. I'm also pressing it forward so that the direction is just pressed into the hair. If you press it to the side, then you kind of end up forcing your bangs to the front, and you just want to, however you heat that in or however you blow dry it is how it usually stays. So if you want your bang to lay to the front, you should blow dry it towards the front, and you should also flat iron it or curl it towards the front. Also, I'm not sure if you guys noticed my t-shirt back there. It's a Martin t-shirt with all his characters. And I got it from this shop on Instagram that I found. So I'll also put the link for that below. Because I know somebody in the comments is going to be like, where did you get that shirt? Because every time I wear it, I mean, in the streets, everybody's like, oh my God, I love your shirt. Where'd you get that shirt? So I'll make sure that I'll link that below. It's not just Martin. They have a whole bunch of different shows and movies. Okay, Kenisha hair is done. I am just combing through it. As you see, Kenisha's hair is really soft and fine. It's not as heavy as some of my clients, but it still works and it's still beautiful. And so don't, if your hair is not as heavy as some people's, don't let that deter you from trying different things, because guess what? Your hair is your hair, and if you find a love in it, you will always prevail. You like my little speech, you know what I'm saying? You will always, just as long as you speak love and put love back into your hair, you are all good. And as you see, Kenisha is doing just that. She is loving it, okay? Don't play with her. Ooh, so pretty. Goodness, y'all, I had a good time with y'all today, and I will be back next week with another video. And I just really appreciate y'all for watching. I know I say that every time, but I can never tell y'all enough. Make sure you like and subscribe, and tell a friend to follow Deeper Than Hair TV. All right, guys, see you next time.